Omaha,
pick up that blitz.
Watch 50, watch 50. Welcome to the franchise. Introducing the loudmouth asshole champion, the people's commissioner, the salty former commissioner, the current commissioner, the fairest in the land, the baby daddy and car salesman, the guy who didn't draft his team, the Albanzo, the guy with a general studies degree, the man without a plan, the man-child still growing up, the newcomer and resident Punta. And this is the franchise with your host, Johnny Serpentes.
Hey there, it's the franchise, and I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. We got all new content, baby. We come back strong every goddamn week. We got all new types of stuff, man. We got the recaps. We got the Waiver Wire Vultures. We got challenges and penalties. We got transactions. We even got the rumor report. All types of crazy shit going down this week, man. We can't stress it enough. Every week is something new, something crazy is going down. Every week I'm tested to my abilities of holding this belt on my damn shoulder here. And this week we got a special guest, and we got a special, actually we got two real special guests. And we got all new sponsor, man. And our sponsor is a streetcar named Desire. Shout out them streetcars, man.
Welcome to week 4 of, what is this, 5?
Yeah, week 5.
Welcome to week 5 of the franchise. I'm Tarun Motwani. This is the rumor report. So there's a couple of different things involving the front offices of a couple teams. There's reports of agreements being made, some contract negotiations, some extensions, some firings. First we had the owner Mike Steele firing the coach Mike Steele. The top candidate is actually Seth, who picked Nick Gongora's team this year, and he's doing pretty well. Also, the second team with the front office news is Harry Cahill, Arian Foster's groin. He's working through some extensions because of some recent front office dealings that have put this team in a spot to win this year. We've been hearing that there's two sides aren't close to each other on the numbers, but we actually have heard that that is false, and that the agreement has been made for 25 years for a bag of Lay's wavy chips, and that the numbers that they were discussing were actually the net weight ounces, and Harry just held out for a value-sized bag of Lay's. Seem to be getting a call now. Hold on, I need to take this one. It's actually someone in our league. Cameron Campise. Hello, Cameron. Oh, okay. No, I will not trade you Marshawn Lynch for Torrey Smith. All right. Thank you, goodbye. So we have some breaking news. I just got offered Torrey Smith for Marshawn Lynch. I'm sure a lot of you other people in the league have been getting these types of offers too. Just want to let you know to stop duping Cam into these terrible trades. I'm Tarun Motwani. This is the rumor report. Week 5 franchise.
Welcome to the franchise. I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes, and this is the transaction and waiver wire report. Now, I was just discussing with my co-host, Tarun Motwani, People's Commissioner, and this is a vow I will hold dear. If I win this year's championship, I will get a micro belt tattooed on my body somewhere for everyone's pleasure. Martellus Bennett for Torrey Smith. What the fuck, guy? What the hell? Gronk is on bye. Harry's stumbling to look for a tight end on the waiver wire, and who drops into his fucking palms? One of the best tight ends in fantasy football. Good on you, Harry boy. Good on you. On you, Cameron. Bad on you. Again, Duke boy himself. Set is Tarun giving away, or not giving away, I should say, he traded for. He gave Big Ben, Abdullah, and Marvin Jones And in return, he got Drew Brees, Golden Tate, and Julius Thomas, who pretty sure he doesn't play in the league anymore. He's just off in no man's land collecting a check or two. It's a pretty good trade, you know, on paper. Big Ben's out for a decent amount of time, and you know, the People's Commissioner, he needed a quarterback. Like most of us in the league, you do need a quarterback. You do need a quarterback. I mean, it's as simple as that. And you know, that's a decent trade. Golden Tate, he's steady in a PPR league, maybe not so much in a standard format. Like I said, Julius Thomas, he doesn't play football anymore. He actually got dropped after the trade. Abdul is decent. I mean, for himself, he's only in a 1-4 team, which is terrible. Detroit's the worst team in the league. So that's a cool trade. We're cool with that in the franchise. And the third one is, just happened, you know, about an hour ago. Jonathan Stewart for Alfred Morris. Once again, Cameron doesn't know how to trade correctly. His new name is Doopy. You know, he's all over the place with his trades. Every week we're talking about him because his trades are so outrageous. I mean, Alfred Morris, he's just, you know, he's kind of washed up, but, you know, whatever. And Jonathan Stewart, I mean, he's a workhorse, so, you know, he's got a lot to prove down there in Carolina. But we're just, you know, just a bad trade again, man. Just chill out. We're going to have to put a ban on you. You can only make a trade every 3 weeks or something like that. And that's enough for transactions. We're going to be moving into a waiver wire report. 2 big waiver wires that went down. We got Hankerson, second receiver over at Atlanta. Matt Ryan slinging the pitch game like crazy. He's racking up numbers. Got a crazy QB rating. 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions thus far through week 4. And he's looking pretty good. So that was a good pickup by Arian Foster's groin. I'm sure a lot of us had him on the waiver wire. Just didn't get him. And the second one is Kamar Aiken. Mike Steele is actually getting some good publicity for once in the franchise. And you know, Steve Smith being out with a fracture in his back like that, and Ravens don't have any receivers out there right now. So Mike Steele, for the first time, we're gonna actually pat you on the back for a change. You're doing all right, man. Other than that, you're still a puppet. But you know, and that's the waiver wire report. And this is the franchise with your host, Johnny Serpentes.
Welcome to week 5 of the franchise. This is Penalties and Challenges with Tarun Motwani. First penalty, we have Seattle's defense. NFL refs, how do you not know the rules of the game that you are being paid to officiate? Scored on, which would have ended up with Freddie winning this week. Maybe Calvin Johnson, you know, he might have gotten a touchdown. Amir Abdullah, you know, for you guys who have the Detroit Lions on your team, not going to get very far. But also, we have challenges. Challenges this week, on week 5 of the franchise, is Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham, what are you doing throwing punches in the football game? Come on now. You, the 7th ward or something, I don't know, but you can't be doing that. You're not in the NFL. Got too many cameras on. Also, it has proved no fantasy value, which I think you should have gotten 3 points per punch. Yes, shout out to Odell Beckham. And that's it on penalties and challenges. I'm your umpire, Tarun Motwani.
Welcome to week 5 of the franchise. This is the recap and projections. And I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. How about that for a bar trick, baby? So this week on the franchise, week 5 recap and projections and rivalries. Recap, first one we got, the closest game all season. It was a tie at first, and then it led to the bench points to, you know, pick a winner, man. It was me, Johnny Serpentes, versus Brady's bunch, Freddie Chavez. And here at the franchise, we're calling that one the lover's touch. A 63-70 defeat. Tarun, the People's Commissioner, versus Arian Foster's groin. Yeah, Arian Foster's groin. It was a very tough game for them both. You know, Tarun, he was going into it. He was, you know, sizing himself up to maybe take the win, and it came down to some lackluster plays on both sides. And I bet Tarun feels a little sad that CJ Spiller was sitting on his bench with that 80-yard touchdown. It was 16 points right there. Going into projections for week 5, we got some big games, man. Some new rivalries that we're going to name for the rest of time as the franchise is still existing. The first one we got is Arian Foster's groin versus the franchise himself, Cameron Campise. Looks like Cameron is going to take this one, and that's who we're pulling for this week on the franchise. And this rivalry will always be known as the Salty Bowl. Both are very salty. The next one we got going on is the Brady Bunch versus Gongora. Both heavy favorites to win the league this year. Both 3-1 going into it. To be honest, it's looking like Brady Bunch might take this one. Hopefully Nick Gongora gets a little steam blown out of him, even though Seth picked his entire team and Nick Gongora probably still doesn't manage his team. One thing to take away from this one is that Brady Bunch has this rivalry will always be known as Nacho Bel Grande. The third one we're going into is Tarun versus El Bonzo. Bonzo with his new name, and you know, a lot going on with that one too. I mean, both are counterparts in a similar department. And a thing to take away from this game is that Drew Brees versus shitty Philadelphia defense. Tarun getting Drew Brees in return for Ben Roethlisberger. And Bonzo has Carson Palmer going against the worst team in the NFL. You know, both big games for both quarterbacks, and we'll see how that comes out. And this rivalry will always be known as the Cambodian Classic. And this is week 5 of the franchise, and I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. Cheers. Welcome to week 5 of the franchise, and I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. Tonight I have a special broadcast. It is the Tonight Show with the franchise. Tonight we're going to be introducing a few special guests, players from around the league, special people toward me, special people toward you. Very important people. People who are so important that we just play fantasy football, they're so important. Our first guest tonight is the franchise himself, Mr. Cameron Campise. Welcome. Mr. Franchise.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Our second guest of the night, he has a vendetta against the league. The People's Commissioner, Tarun Motwani. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Commissioner. So, tonight we got a lot of questions to go through, guys. You know, it's the first broadcast of the Tonight Show on the franchise, and I'd like to welcome you both. You know, we'll get this started without a hitch. And Tarun, I got a couple questions for you first.
Call me Rory.
Mr. Rory, formerly People's Commissioner, formerly Rory, formerly Motwani. First question, handy-dandy question notebook. First question, where would you like the league draft to be held next year?
If it was up to me, I would have it in Dubai, but visas wouldn't permit Fez from getting over there.
Good point.
So,
what about if you were elected commissioner, what would be your first rule change?
I would bring back the veto.
So what's going on with that now?
I feel like the people should, there's an overwhelming majority that don't think the trade should go through. I feel like the trade probably shouldn't have gone through.
Alright, fair enough. Moving on to the next one. If you could kick a member from the league, who would it be? And also, who would replace them?
Would have to be Nick Gongora, saying he didn't show up to any of the last drafts.
Alright.
Who would I bring in to replace them? Most likely.
Maybe about a couple prostitutes to join the league or something like that. We'll leave that for another episode. Thank you for your time, Mr. Rory, formerly the People's Commissioner, formerly Mr. Motwani himself. And next will be the franchise himself, Mr. Campise. And apparently we have a special award for you tonight that you may not be ready for.
Award is a very hard award to win, but that's been done. First ever Dad of the Year award goes to Cameron Campise.
Hey man, I appreciate it.
First ballot. First ballot.
He's on the first ballot,
First ballot
guys. He beat us to the punch. Pull-out game, not very strong. I don't know how
I've always wanted a pull-out.
What is your favorite type of Toyota to sell to a customer? That being, first off, we'd like to give thanks to Toyota Lakeside for sponsorship of Week 5. Question, what's your favorite Toyota type to sell?
I just like to help people. Anything that fits their needs.
Yeah.
3701 North Causeway. Cars, trucks, and SUVs. Ask for Cam.
So
We get everyone approved.
What's your favorite type of Toyota, man?
All of them.
A true salesman would say all of them. Alright, moving on. The last question of the night. If you were a fish, what type of fish would you be?
I'm a shark, actually.
Okay, why are you a shark, man?
I am just a shark in the water. I'm a predator. I eat whatever I want. No one can stop me. Size, strength, speed, I got it. I will show it in this league and I will win.
That's a nice show with Johnny Serpentes. And hopefully you tune in next week. We might have some special guests that you might never know pop up. That's all I got.
Welcome to Week 5 of the franchise. I'm Tarun Motwani. This is the closing statement. First, we'd like to give a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line, center to be exact. Shout out to Eric Cush. Eric Cush, repping hard. 5. We might need to put a cap on the trades, the amount of trades that we are able to do per week. I mean, when I say we, I mean just Cameron. I mean, you gave away Martellus Bennett, Todd Gurley, Matt Ryan, countless others I can't even think of off the top of my head right now, but you didn't get much in return. Your team still sucks. All right? You should stop trading. You're just making everyone else better. Closing statement of Week 5 of the franchise. I'm Tarun Motwani. Eric Cush.